Hello, good evening. Very warm welcome to our Champions League post-match coverage here on CBS Sports Network and Paramount Plus. Fantastic to have you with us. Kate Abdo, Thierry Henry, Jamie Carragher, Micah Richards. Couple of games to wrap up for you. Real Madrid with a 2-0 win at home at the Bernabeu against Chelsea. The other game, I believe, has just finished now between AC Milan. Real Madrid against Chelsea. Real Madrid dominating Chelsea in Madrid. They take that 2-goal lead now to Stamford Bridge. How did you feel that Chelsea acquitted themselves, Jamie?
I mean, they were quite dangerous, I would say, in the first 10 or 15 minutes. They looked like they could cause big problems on the counter-attack. Had a couple of opportunities through Felix and Raheem Sterling. But it was always going to be a difficult ask. I don't think anyone felt Chelsea were going to go there and get a result. So the fact they found themselves down to 10 men for a large part of the game in the second half, come away with a 2-0 defeat, it could have been a lot worse. But I just think with the goal-scoring record and the lack of belief that they will get goals, I just don't see how they can come back from that first leg. But, as I said, considering where they are, it could have been a lot worse, and the tie could have been completely out of sight when you think of some of the circumstances going into the game. So it gives them a glimmer of hope.
You do wonder whether it could have been different had João Felix managed to make more of the opportunity that he had early in the game and kind of set the tone differently, Thierry.
Moments. I always talk about it. When you play in the Champions League, you have to take your chances and make the other team makes mistakes if you cannot take advantage of what it is. Only second touch, cut across the defender, straight away. Make him make a foul, or he has to let you go at the moment, and they paid the price at the end.
Why are they not confident, though, Thierry? What's happening with the quality players that they have in the squad? They've had a new manager.
Yeah, and you would like to think that João Felix would have had the composure in the box. Don't get me wrong, I've been in those situations. It is not easy. But what was easy for me is for you to have the awareness that you need to cut across. That's the first thing you learn as a centre forward. When you guys are chasing, and I know you're chasing, I cut across. Slow, quick striker, whatever it is, because he will give you the advantage of having a 1v1 or a red card. Then after, when he goes on his right foot, he dummies one time, come back. But I've been in that situation. Although I would like to think that I was composed in the box. But when you're not scoring, you start to lose.
Is it overthinking it a little bit?
Yeah, you overthink it. Or I do believe that you always have time in the box, football time. When you're not scoring, it seems like that time is really fast. You know, you don't have that pause anymore and you kind of lose it.
You've been a coach, you've been a manager, one of the best strikers we've ever seen. You're in charge of that group of players. Can you change that? Could you change that in terms of these players we're talking about in terms of scoring goals? There's not a natural goal scorer in the team. Can you improve Felix to get goals? Sterling, Havertz, could you change that?
It's tough. You're going to talk. He's going to have to come with goals. Goals helps. If they score, then you kind of feel like suddenly you shoot from everywhere and you're going to score. And you can't explain also why suddenly that guy, out of nowhere, starts to score from everywhere. But the job of a manager is to try to get in their brain, make them feel better and comfortable. But when you're not scoring, I don't care how much you're going to speak. As a striker, sometimes you start to doubt yourself. But the job of the coach is to try to bring you to this type of places. After, it's difficult to control a guy that is not scoring. You know, it's going to have to happen with goals and he needs to be confident. You're going to speak. You have guys, they have guys that can help, you know, and talk and mentally and stuff like that. But at the moment, it's not working. And I had a guy, obviously, as you all know, Pep used to say when you arrive at Barcelona, he said, guys, my job is to bring you to the other side. I will give you the plan, the weaknesses of a team, the strong point of a team. My job is to bring you from this box, our box, to the next box. After it's on you to score. I can't do that. They pay you the big bucks. You have to make the difference.
Karim Benzema never fails to score, does he, Micah? We saw him put one in again for Real Madrid.
I mean, Karim, it's just the run. It was a great pass from Carragher. So great. He's always there. He could not be in a game for 15, 20 minutes. Next minute, he pops up with his goal.
Look at the numbers. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we know what Alan is doing.
Since 2023, this is as well, isn't it?
It is crazy. But when you think about it, without even thinking of it, this guy is there. And I know we started with 2023, and we're not talking about that because Alan will have been way ahead. We all know that. But look, those guys, those two, and we have to talk about Vinicius Jr. I'm sorry. I mean, Benzema is, we know. But Vinicius Jr. was just unplayable. And he started it. You know, the understanding that they have is at the minute second to none.
So what's the difference between Vinicius Jr. and Sterling? Why can't Sterling do what Vinicius Jr. is doing?
Look, when I see Vinicius Junior on the ball, I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking. Sterling is like, you know, he has the
Put it
ball.
in the microwave.
No, that's a bad one. I'm not putting it like that. You know, you have two types of players. You have the guy that will have, it's about instinct and trying to see what can come off what they're dribbling, and you have a guy that sees before and try to cook and see the path and does execute
So
it.
proactive and reactive.
Yeah, you have different type of guys and the way they play. You know, Eden was instinct. From what he was doing, then he was trying to see. And then you have guys that can see the path and go. Like Vinicius, you can see that he's cooking. He's cooking the player when you can see that he has an idea of what he wants to do. You know, so that's for me, I think, the difference. Reece James. He knows at that moment him being ahead of others is where he's coming from. From an unwanted guy in a dressing room to a guy that gets kicked around, every time he plays a game, getting booed by the fans, abused with, again, another player with racism. The guy delivers. They're trying to kick him. They wanted him out of the dressing room. He delivers. Now, he looks a tiny bit more like his team, although the captain, Benzema, would have a word to say about that, but the two of them are brilliant.
Just before we continue moving through the highlights of this game, we want to jump straight out to the Bernabeu because Guillaume Balaguer is with Toni Kroos. Let's listen in.
Toni, this was a game in which you did the usual thing. You kept the ball for long periods and you had moments that took the game into your hands.
Yeah, what's the question?
Just want to see if you agree with me.
Yeah, sure. A lot of things went good. The same we prepared them. Others not. I think there are some things we can improve. Several times we lost the ball a bit too early. Could have created some more chances. Was my feeling on the pitch. Could have played with one more at the end, a bit more fast to create a bit more. But okay, at the end the result is fine. Good advantage for next week.
In the second half is where you're saying having the advantage of playing against 10. You perhaps were waiting again for one or two moments when you could have gone for the game a bit more aggressively, perhaps.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said before. If we maybe we could have pushed a bit more. But of course, there's always, the danger, to run into counter-attack. So you always have to take care of this. So at the end, I think it's a good result and was a good game. Maybe one or two goals were possible, but also Chelsea had 1-2 good chances first half. So we take the result, take this advantage, and hope to get it done next week.
All right, thank you very much, gents. So the next thing that we want to look at as we go through the highlights of the action from this game between Real Madrid and Chelsea is the Ben Chilwell straight red card, which, as Micah said, is a game killer, right? You two have jumped up because you're going to kind of talk us through it.
Yeah, I just thought it was fascinating from Real Madrid's point of view and also from Chelsea's point of view. When you play in Europe, it feels different from playing in the Premier League. At times it's slower. And if you just run this clip on, it almost feels like a charity game. Just look at everyone, Real Madrid included, how slow everyone is. And this, for me, is European football, how Real Madrid changed the pace of this game. Look at everyone, stood still, standing in position, then Rodrigo gets his touch, and before you know it, boom, the pace in the game is quick. But look at the body position here of Rodrigo compared to Cucurella. He is already on his way. Cucurella still hasn't changed his body position to run back. And on the far side, Ben Chilwell, when one of your centre-backs steps out, the wing-back has to come in and fill that space. It's a fantastic pass from there, but the pace from Rodrigo is fantastic. And for me, Cucurella's at fault, but that is even more at fault. Ben Chilwell. Don't pull someone back and give a red card away. The reason you pay a goalkeeper is to do his job and to get you out of trouble defensively. That's what he's there for. Let him do his job. You're then down to 10 men. He's now going to miss the second leg, and it still would have been difficult to score from me. So I've brought Thierry up to actually just almost demonstrate how tough it is. So when you're playing against a player of Thierry's quality, of Rodrigo or Vinicius Junior we've just looked at, you can't do everything you'd like to do as a defender. So as a defender, you'd like to be tight and aggressive, but you've also got to remember who you're playing against. Lightning quick, Rodrigo's lightning quick. So you can't go fully in.
So drop.
Cucurella actually doesn't go fully in. He gives himself a couple of yards, which is okay. His problem is he doesn't react. So I've always, with Thierry, you'd have to give yourself maybe even more than this. But when the ball goes and Thierry spins, he's still like this. He hasn't changed the pace of the game and understood what is happening in that game. You've got to be on your bike and go. And even if you go early, Thierry might then stop and get the ball to his feet. No problem. You've still got your back five in position. But the big thing is knowing the players that you're up against. The quality on the ball in midfield from Madrid, I think it was Valverde, but Kroos could have played that pass. Modric could have played that pass. And going down to 10 men in that situation could have completely taken them out of the tie. There's still a glimmer of hope, as we said, but defensively from Cucurella was really poor. And then Chilwell, second part of it is positional play and also getting the red card. Let your goalkeeper do his job.
That's interesting stuff. Thank you, guys. I mean, Real Madrid do then take advantage, right? They get the second goal through Asensio. Let's look through that one, Micah. Walk me through what we see here.
Yeah, well, Jamie just talked about the red card, but what that allows Real Madrid to do is play a short corner. 3 and 4-0, and that's why I give a little bit of credit to Chelsea, the way they handled the game. Give them a chance, at least in that second leg. But Jamie's completely right. If you talk about fullbacks, and you played fullback as well, as soon as you've got to get in, leave the wide player, no problem, you can always get to that. But when you've got someone running who's as quick as that, you leave yourself no chance.
But you think, again, it goes back to what they almost did. Almost lulling them into a false sense of security, of just passing it slow, everyone's walking about, everyone's stood in position, and they're almost watching the game. And Chilwell's just watching. And then before you know it, boom. And that is what the best teams, and it's happened to me in games I've played, when you play against the very best at the highest level, which is what going away to Real Madrid is about, the pace of the game can just change in an instant and you're not ready for it. And that's exactly what just happened to Chelsea.
What were you thinking? You were kind of looking up and...
Big teams don't make mistakes like that. That's a massive mistake. You know, I used to see the back four, the back five in any team that I played for. You see in general, the coach on the field throwing a ball to that centre-back. He has to go to the ball. They close the gap, like they didn't do, because Thiago Silva also could have reacted. Obviously, a bit more Chilwell, but Thiago Silva, both have to come to protect that guy. You create a triangle to cover the guy that went. And when that guy goes to the ball, you sprint back. I've seen that so many times, you guys doing that drill. There was none of that in that drill. So you let a team like that. Look, Thibaut Courtois made the save that he had to make. Vinicius Junior make the pass, obviously. Kepa didn't save it. Benzema scores. Every time the big teams make exactly what's supposed to happen, and teams are not that great at the moment, makes the mistakes. And that's the difference. That's about it.
Jamie said glimmer of hope still left for Chelsea at 2-0. Mason Mount had an opportunity that had he been able to put that away and make it...
He did it. Thibaut Courtois to do something, he did it. Simple.
Are you going to do it?
I'm going to take us to break. That's what we're going to do. So we have had two first-leg quarter-finals, Real Madrid and Chelsea. Real Madrid with the 2-0 win for Carlo Ancelotti. AC Milan in Milan with a 1-0 win over their Italian rivals. Napoli will wrap up more of this action after a very short break. Don't move, we'll be right back. Great results for Real Madrid and AC Milan today. Here is great news for football fans at home as well. You can now get your football fix 24/7 on our new streaming channel, CBS Sports Golaso Network. It is the first ever soccer morning show in the US. It was high time. If you're getting ready for work, whether it's ready for work or for school, whatever you are doing, it is the fantastic place to be to get your soccer news. It's groundbreaking. It's so good for soccer fans. Best of all, it is free. Will not cost you a penny. It is available on Paramount Plus. It's streaming free on CBSSports.com, the CBS Sports app, Pluto TV as well. A reminder that you can start your football day Monday through Friday with Morning Footy. You can join the Morning Footy crew every morning from 7 to 9 a.m. Do not miss it.
But what is the biggest thing that's happened on that show? A morning show.
Micah's arse.
Big cheeks!
Is it not?
We've got to get... Where is it? It's the biggest thing that's happened, hasn't it? Where is it? Let's see it again.
Definitely the biggest
Come on,
thing.
big cheeks!
What's on the top?
Look at the back fat! Look at the back fat! What's that? Oh, my God. How much Chinese have you been eating? The back What do you think, Thierry? The back
bob's gone viral.
No, when I saw it the first time, I actually said to myself, "Is that your?"
I had something on underneath.
I thought like your underwear was cutting your. I didn't know if it was the back fat or if it was your ass cheek. I was like, what? You know, when you look at it, and what's that thing on the, on the right? What is this?
What is that?
It looks like you have two bums.
Oh yeah. Get the top. Get the other one.
Foul this back here.
Take the shit. But listen,
foul this.
I was just thinking, has there been a deal? Calvin's, has anyone been on?
No, not as yet, no.
Not with that back.
Not in the last 24 hours.
That bum.
I mean, has anyone done an underwear deal on the table? Has anyone ever? No?
Me? I don't know. Maybe.
Did you?
If you saw my body, you will give me a deal.
Sorry, Hilfiger number, was it?
Not me. Why are you looking at me?
No, obviously. TH, it was just,
Yeah.
No, sorry. Hey.
Surely we're going to all this.
I'm
Are we
sure
not going
someone
to see
can
it?
find it before the end of the show.
Have we got some footage? I thought you were setting someone up now.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Or would you actually like it to come on?
No.
No.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, while we find it, we're going to listen into Real Madrid keeper Thibaut Courtois' video alligator. Listen.
It must be fun to appear in crucial moments where it affects the result. With 0-0, yeah, there was the Joao Felix chance, but especially the Sterling one. You must have been happy about those two.
Yeah, definitely. I think the first one obviously comes 1 against 1. He started to shoot first, and I think he had more difficult because he went a bit wider. But anyway, he had a good shot, and especially it came between my legs, so I could just put my hand down. Then obviously when you come up 1-0, you don't hope to concede a chance so fast, and it was a really great chance. And yeah, I saw the ball very well. I had a good reflex, and really happy about that save. I think was that one of those important saves that you mentioned, and to keep the clean sheet.
When you do that, do you replay it in your mind while the ball is in the other part of the pitch, or just focus on it?
No, then I focus, but in halftime I saw it again. So yeah, that was obviously a nice save, especially being 2 meters. It's not easy to reach it. It helps you, but to be fast down, it's harder when you're taller. But I think for my length, I'm quite fast, so that's obviously good quality. And yeah, just a pity that we couldn't maybe win with more goals difference.
And at the end, Rudiger helped you to keep the score as it was at 2-0. That reflected more or less what happened on the pitch, no?
Yeah, indeed. I think when they got the red card, you obviously tried to push for goals. We scored 1. But then, we didn't find the last pass to create a big chance. And then in the end, I think we cannot concede with 1 or 2 minutes to go. We have to keep possession, even if it's boring. But you need to keep that result 2-0 and 2 goals lead to go to next week. Because if for some reason Rudiger doesn't jump like this or I don't save it, it's maybe 2-1, and that for them is like a victory. And it's like what happened for us in City, for example, last year when we did 4-3. So that extra goal helped us to win, obviously here at home. So happy that we kept that clean sheet. But we know next week will be a hard game, and it's not over yet.
It didn't feel it was the best Real Madrid though, so you know you have to improve.
Well, I don't think we played a bad game. I think we were a bit too imprecise today, that we lost maybe a bit too much possession, and maybe also the last pass was not always there. But to win 2-0 in a Champions League quarterfinal, I don't think it's a bad result, and we just hope to finish it off next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Ladies, I'm so sorry. We haven't been able to find the pictures.
You're joking.
No, not yet. We're working on it. We're working on it. You relieved, Micah?
If anyone can find them on Twitter, just send it to me. We'll sort something out. We've got to find it.
You won't be on Twitter till the end of the show, will you?
No, I never use Twitter when I'm on the show.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
Right, we're going to go to a very quick break.
No.
We're going to talk about this fixture. We haven't spoken about it yet. AC Milan at home against Napoli. 1-0 the score for the home side. We'll bring you that and more after the break. Welcome back. Everybody's making fun of me because I ad-libbed something earlier on and it was pretty unsuccessful. I won't be asked to ad-lib again, will I? But you know what? By popular demand, we've got it.
Oh!
Thierry Henry modelling for Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh!
Okay.
Have they just put his head on someone else?
Let's compare Micah Richards modelling for Wedgies Are Us.
Plus back fast.
Jamie Carragher. What have we got? Jamie Carragher modelling for...
Ballies FC.
Whoa! What have you come as?
They've all got to vote. What's the best?
Money was good to you.
I don't think anyone needs to vote. Nobody needs to vote.
You guys are crazy.
So Real Madrid get the 2-0 win at home in Madrid tonight. Good night for Carlo Ancelotti, for the Mister. It's good night for him. His former team, AC Milan, got the win as well in a big game, all-Italian affair, Champions League quarter-final.
Oh my God!
I've got the stutters tonight.
Wow, Jules!
Oh,
Jules, get
okay.
back!
Okay. Yeah. She won't be coming back in after what Jamie said to her last night.
Oh! Encouraged by you.
No.
It's got very personal tonight. What's happening?
You prefaced it by saying Kate told me not to say this.
Yeah. I'm trying to look after you.
Yeah, OK. Let's go through the action from this one, shall we? Where are we starting with this AC Milan game? We're just doing the goal?
That would be nice.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm just... Well, pardon, what?
That's what we normally do.
We are going to do the goal, but we're not going to do that first.
You know what I'm just thinking? As Alessandro must have done.
Must have done what? Oh, a bit of modelling?
Oh, for sure.
Alessandro!
For sure.
Come on, let's get Alessandro
I'm going to
in.
say Calvin.
He's done Calvin's, hasn't he? Alessandro?
What?
No adverts, no underwear adverts.
No,
The
underwear?
Italian national team, underwear, Calvin Klein, model.
No.
Yes.
Never?
Yes.
No?
No. Yes.
You have
I
done?
don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, let Micah ask you in Italian, because...
No, non lo so.
He bottled it.
Scusami.
Have you... so Thierry had a career as a Tommy Hilfiger model.
Oh, my gosh.
Micah yesterday showed us all his
Slim
underpants.
fast?
So we were wondering... Slim fast.
So, me and Jamie, what are we gonna do?
I'm just trying to find it.
Jason's Googling. Have you really never modelled for underwear? We thought you would have done. In Italy, you must have done. What have you
when
modelled
he did
for?
it? No. Winning the title, taking your shirt away and giving it. You must have done that.
The shirt, but not...
You must have done
Shorts.
it once, winning the title.
Yeah, you walk out naked.
Not naked, but with your
underwear.
you have to give it.
Hold
Yeah.
up, wait, what?
No, not the underwear.
No, not the underwear, but the
Everything
shorts.
else,
Yes,
yes.
that's what I'm saying. When you win the title and they jump, they take anything in Italy.
Yeah.
Give me that Maria. No,
Go like
You know
if
that-
you
oh,
still
no.
wear
me too, by the way. Never won it.
OK, so we're not going to start with the goal from this one. We're going to start with Kvaratskhelia.
Sorry? Oh, it's not your night.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's nobody's night with that.
Game. I thought at one point the referee also lost control of the game, a lot of fouls, a lot of arguing. You need to be a specialist to ref those games. They are tough to ref. But Milan played their way, long balls at times, made it a dirty game at times, play on the counter. Theo Hernandez was magnificent in everything that he does, sometimes kill the game, wind people up, and have the quality also on the counter. And they did what they had to do to win a tie. Well, to win a game and see what they can do there in Napoli after.
I think at the end of the day, it's what missing for Napoli tonight, not only a goal, for sure that they have some chances, but Osimhen as a striker that can break through that line. Because Milan defend very well, but Napoli have a chance to play and come very often. At the beginning of both halves, they came really, really hard, and they have a different possibility to score a goal. But you're missing a guy like Osimhen that go also physical against Milan. And this game, you need to be physical. We saw Tonali defended the ball very well, Anguissa as well, but too much. And by the way, Thierry is right. the first yellow for Anguissa came from a fall before on Kvaratskhelia that the referee didn't see it. It was quite clear. The next action was a yellow card. And then, but for telling you how good is Napoli to play, when they were 10 versus 11, you don't see many difference between the two teams. But you see in Real Madrid and Chelsea, Chelsea tried, but they didn't have the strength to arrive till the last second. Maybe they have a chance, but when Milan has a chance to go and kill the game, I think they should do it. And they were kind of, I didn't see a big possession of the ball or big opportunities or something like this.
Leao was a player that you had talked about before the game kicked off. What did you make of his performance tonight?
Well, there was certainly one situation in the first half. Milan went to Napoli and won 4-0. His role in 2 of the goals in that, and then again, he finished on that occasion. This time he didn't, but he's going to be a big problem for Napoli, I feel, in that second leg, because they will have to take more chances as the game goes on. There'll be more space for him, and you can't stop that. It's just whether he finishes or not, so that could be a big problem for Napoli's second leg.
Benacer got the goal that made the difference for Milan.
Yeah, I thought it was quite naive from Napoli. We know they like to press and the press with numbers, but I leave it exactly the same. Free, going to the one there. It's a beautiful, but in the end, that was a difference in the game. And I was disappointed with Napoli, because remember I said that was one of my favourites to do this, but without Osimhen, they're just not the same. They get there, and it's sort of like they run out of ideas. They're sort of relying too much on Kvaratskhelia to do something special, and today, it wasn't meant to be.
Alessandro, how big a miss in the second leg will be Anguissa and the centre-back who's now got 2 yellow cards, Kim? Have they got the players to replace them and still be, really competitive in the game and go through?
Well, yes, they're going to have players that are going to replace them, but be a big change. I think tonight the people, the fans make the difference, especially in Italy. They give you confidence. They give you, when you play in San Siro, it was almost 75,000 people and screaming, waiting for this day for a long time. So, and this is going to be the same in Napoli. It's going to be a hard time for them. So, not easy to replace, but Anguissa is not a key player for me, for Napoli. Osimhen, yes.
Napoli did go close in the second half, didn't they? We've got a run of a couple of different opportunities here. Let's start with
Wasn't right. So, yes, they're missing Osimhen. But in the Champions League, we go back to experience. And I will say that when I did the bracket, I, even myself, underestimate experience. Because they could bring something back for San Siro, but they didn't. So Benfica, the same. Experience matters. And I know some of the Inter players and some of the Milan players didn't win anything with Milan in Europe, with Inter in Europe. But they understand, they have a bit more experience. They are in a better zone or a comfort zone when it comes to play those games. And it showed today. They had to bring something back to make sure that the big man can win them the tie or Osimhen in a better way. But they didn't, because they had some opportunities. But Mike Maignan was there, a guy was there on the line, they had the crossbar, so they had their chances to bring the game back.
It becomes the most interesting game that we have coming up next week now. Let's take you out to Milan, where Peter Schmeichel was watching live for us at the San Siro. He said that when the draw was made, this was the game that he kind of earmarked as wanting to go to, right, Peter? How did it measure up?
Well, the game was all right. It was exciting. It was interesting. It wasn't at the technical level that I thought it was going to be once when the draw was made. But then again, it's a quarterfinal in the Champions League, and the importance, the significance. It was very clear that the players were thinking about that. So. 1-0 to Milan. It's a good win for them for sure. It's the second time they beat them in 10 days. They beat Napoli in 10 days. It's a big win for sure. I just felt in the second half that Milan needed another goal. And I thought they should have had another goal once the Napoli went down to 10 men. And at the end of the day, they have their goalkeeper to thank for not drawing this game. He made 3 really, really big saves at important times, and that's just how even it was. But I have to say, Kate, the atmosphere here in San Siro was fantastic, really, really fantastic. And I'm just thinking ahead, if Inter wins against Benfica and Milan can do the work in Napoli, we will have some game here at the San Siro in the semi-final between the 2 Milan clubs.
It'd be incredible to get that Milan derby as that game, a semi-final, wouldn't it? Peter, by the way, were you listening earlier on? We did an In the Mixer, and I'm just wondering if you heard Alessandro Del Piero's comments about goalkeepers tending to be crazy?
Ah, come on. Can't take that for such a softly spoken person, you know?
No? All right, Peter, thank you very much. We appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
Hope to see you soon. OK, we are going to go to a break, everybody. We're going to come right back. We've got more. We're going to take you out to Madrid. We'll talk to Guillem Balaguer, who was at the Bernabeu. We'll also talk to Alessandro Del Piero about Juventus. That is all still coming after the break. The Champions League quarter-final action continues next week, but tomorrow it is the turn of the Europa League and the Europa Conference League. First leg Europa League action includes Manchester United hosting 6-time winners Sevilla, plus Serie A giant Juventus playing Sporting. The Europa Conference League first legs see West Ham and Fiorentina both still in contention, and you can watch every single game live on Paramount+, or you can join Nico Cantor for the Golaso show. Live coverage begins for you on Paramount+ and CBS Sports Network at 2 p.m. Eastern, as always. We'll be right back after a short break. Don't move. OK, welcome back. One final time, we're going to take you out to the Bernabeu, where Guillem Balaguer was watching the match between Real Madrid and Chelsea. 2-0 it ended for the home side. Let's get out to Guillem and ask you your kind of final thoughts wrapping up the day, Guillem. What do you think?
It could have been worse for Chelsea after the sending off. It could have been better if Mason Mount had created the chance. It should have been better for Real Madrid playing with 10 men for 25 minutes, but it could have been worse with the chance of Mason Mount as well. So everybody kind of went home relatively happy. Chelsea think they've got a chance. It was interesting to hear Lampard saying that the team lacks experience, still not a team, still individuals playing together. There's a lot of work to do, and I'm not sure he's got the time to do it before Tuesday. For Real Madrid, it was interesting to hear Kroos listing the things that they did wrong. So they're still hungry for more and to get better.
OK, good
And by
stuff.
the way, I'll see you in London next week.
Oh, we'll look forward to it. We will see you then.
See you then.
OK, in the meantime, we're going to go to a break. We're going to come back and we're going to do one final segment talking to Alessandro Del Piero about Juventus. So stay with us. You don't want to miss it. Very warm welcome back. Well, it's been an interesting day in the Champions League. We saw AC Milan get the win over Napoli at the San Siro, 1-0 the final score in that one. We saw Real Madrid beat Chelsea 2-0 ahead of those return legs then in London and in Naples next week. So some interesting fixtures coming up next week for you as well, after Manchester City did the job against Bayern Munich. I don't know, Jamie, are you busy on Twitter? I apologise.
No, I'm just looking for different bits of information, because would you believe this guy on my left and this guy on my right have played together, have played against each other.
Really?
Sorry.
Really?
And would you believe that the biggest thing that shocked me
was what?
for Manchester City? Who do you think was captain of Manchester City?
Hey.
Capitano,
Capitano.
But he went out with the armband. Shall we see how it unfolded?
Of course, let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Oh, Capitano!
Ciao, Alessandro!
Look.
Ciao, come stai?
Let's see.
The body positions are good.
Crossover.
Oh, hey! At least he won the toss.
That's it.
Is there any clip? Anyone has never took you to clean? Is there anything?
No, nothing. No. Every player.
Listen, it's hard to make this transition now, but we did want to talk about. We did want to talk about Juventus, obviously, since you're here, and it's been a pleasure to have you with us, by the way, in London. One of the big storylines around Juventus is the fact that they were hit with this 15-point deduction, right, over transfer dealings after there was an investigation into their finances. Juventus denied any wrongdoing. Those 15 points could now potentially be reinstated. There's a commission who's going to make a final decision. Is the expectation that those points are going to be returned? And how will Italian soccer fans at large, not Juventus fans just, react to that?
There is a big possibility they're going to come back, yes. But the big trouble for Juventus is going to be other two things that are going to happen at the end of the season. This is the real traumatic from my point of view. The feeling in Italy is really everybody hates Juve. That's the first thing that you have to say to completely understand what is the picture. But is it true that in this particular moment you can make a decision during the season? That's more my concern. You should keep going, doing what you have to do, and see. If somebody makes a mistake, as soon as you make a mistake at the end of the season, you decide what to do. So making this and 15 points in the middle of the season, then maybe come back 10 points. Who knows? It's kind of even for the other team. They think they are second now. If they give back the points, Juve is going to be second. So it's a roller coaster in this emotional path where I think Juve and Allegri and the team are performing really well. At the beginning of the season, a big disappointment about the Champions League because they completely threw it. They played bad. They lost game they're supposed to win and blah blah blah. But after that, they came together. Now with that on the field, they are second on the table after an incredible season for Napoli that is by far the best team in Italy, and you cannot compare him to them. And on the other side, they have big possibility with the Sporting tomorrow night because.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. We are going to continue this conversation, but we're going to have to do that over on Paramount Plus because CBS Sports Network viewers, I apologise, we're going to have to say goodbye to you. It's the end of that show, but we will continue on Paramount Plus.
Stay with us.
OK, and now we can continue. I apologise for interrupting you. Paramount Plus, thank you for being with us. What were you saying?
So the thing that, you might be in a couple of weeks second on the table and on the semi-final of the Europa League. So it's a good season. What is good now is Juve is really trying, Allegri and the team and the staff and the new club, let's say like this, try to avoid to think about what's going to happen. This is the difficult part in a process where they have a chance, really. I mean, even with the half of the team, because they play with 4 or 5 injuries all the time, for all season. They never have a Pogba with them. Di Maria was on and off. And Chiesa as well, he came back. You can't plan a season with the 3 most important players out half of the season.
So what about Europa League? What's the level of expectation for that? Obviously, you've got Sporting tomorrow.
It's not what the Juve fans want. It's not what the players want, of course. They were built to play the Champions League. But in all this mess is something real. It's something that, can evaluate your season more. You finish with a trophy, and it's a big opportunity from my point of view. And everybody understands that, because what is good about generally, in Italy is when you are in the middle of nightmares and things and players and teams start to get together. And this is what's happening. I mean, it was happening now with the Champions League and the Europa League. We have Roma and Juve tomorrow night, and 3 teams between tonight and yesterday. In a period where Italian football is not that great.
Does it hurt you to watch the chaos around the club?
Sorry?
Does it hurt you to watch the chaos around the club? It's a club that you love.
Of course. I mean, I was a Juve fan before playing with them, so I spent 19 years. I went through a big crisis in 2006, and rebuild the team is take a long time. Take 6 years before we come back and win the trophy again. So you miss Champions League, you miss opportunity, you miss a lot of things. But I never regret what I did. So seeing the team and I feel the players, how they can feel. I know how they can feel. In this situation where you don't know what's going to happen, it's weird. It's tough. So that's why I'm saying they're doing great from my point of view.
So question for you. From what I read, there are plenty of Juve fans, if not maybe a majority of Juve fans, who'd be very happy to see a president named Alessandro Del Piero. Is that a role that you would like to take on? Do you think you're the best man for the job?
There is a lot of rumors, of course, and all the time that I came back to the stadium, it's great, the fans, how they recognize my time in Juve. I'm not here to say yes or no, because this is create a huge thing. Of course, as I said before, my heart's still there, because when you spend 19 years, it's most, till a few years ago was most of my life. So now not anymore.
few years ago.
So I'm looking at what happened at Juve always with a different view. I'm trying to avoid that emotional side, but it's very tough.
Is it a role that you would feel capable of?
Well, it depends on many things. I believe that you cannot think about a role as for yourself alone. You need to build a team together, even in the club, especially in this era where there's a lot of things to do in a club. So that's the vision that I think everybody have to have, including me. And
do you need a director of football? This one speaks Italian.
Fluent in Italian.
Fluent in Italian.
Are you listening tonight, Alessandro?
He knows Franco Baresi.
He knows how to win the toast.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but
what I can't believe is we've lined Thierry up for the American job.
Yep. Hey, I'm a facilitator.
He's going to be the president of Juventus. What have you got for me in it?
No, but joking aside.
Not lined up?
I'll take the fitness coach.
we saw the back. No, but joking aside, obviously, Ali cannot say it. When I think about Juve, I think about it, not only him, obviously, because there were a lot of players in his time that made that club successful, and one man already left us. We know who we're talking about. But for me, when I see him not being there, it's weird. It is weird. Okay, I wore that shirt for only 6 months. It's not like I can talk about Juve like I played so long there. But I know what it does represent there, and I know what he can bring there, and I know what he can do, because he knows the game, he knows the area, and he knows what the team needs. Now, how he's going to come back, I don't know. The story reminds me a bit of Maldini and how he left in a way Milan, and he kind of was seeing it from afar, and people were asking him, shall he come back? Milan was struggling, then he came back. Look at Milan now. So I think this man here, and he's not going to say it, should be back at Juve, big time. That's only me talking. He should be there.
You said that to me in the green room earlier.
No, but...
I deserve it. You said to me, I deserve it.
No, but seriously, you should be back. You should be back, man. You should be back. I think.
You guys don't want me here again?
No, we want you.
Yeah, I know you love me, but you said
free seats.
And then if we need some tickets to watch again, don't forget us.
Alessandro, it has been a real pleasure having you with us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
London's not too far for you now, because you were in LA before. Now you're in Madrid. Is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So come visit. We'd love to have you back.
It depends of Micah.
Yes. Always welcome here. Always.
You deserve it.
He deserves it, huh?
Is that it? Are we wrapping? Are we saying goodnight, everyone?
What time is it? It's past 11.
We've gone past 11. Overtime, Michael. Let's keep going. Overtime. Huh?
Did we not find a picture of anyone? No.
Sorry, what?
Is there not no pictures of anyone left?
Again.
Apparently, we're just going to end by looking at your backside again. It's
We've seen it. Look at the glutes.
Which one? Which glutes? The one at the top, at the back, on the left, on the Which one? Problem. I don't even know if you're on the side, the front, problem facing.
It's been fun. Thank you for bearing with us. We appreciate you. Thank you, everybody at home, for watching. We look forward to seeing you for the second legs next week. Don't miss it. We will see you then. Goodbye.